Let's go to the NFL and talk about something that's very real. TomBrady.com, the 199 newsletter.
Yep, of course.
He's a writer now. He has 7 total posts. Okay. The 7th one being the most notable publicly because he said there was a natural tension after 20 years together with Bill Belichick and the way the Patriots were looking to go and the way they were kind of going. So this kind of is just a little bit more of a stamp of, there was some stuff that was happening maybe behind the scenes. 20 years, 2 alphas, 2 of the GOATs working alongside of each other. That's a long relationship.
Yeah.
You know, people live with their parents, before they go to school or before they leave for 18 years. Think about the relationship with your parents. Think about how that could potentially go with your siblings for that long. 20 years becoming the greatest of all time next to each other. There could be some differing of opinion. There could be some differing of what the future looks like. Bill Belichick has to look out for the Patriots. Tom Brady's got to look out for the Patriots and also Tom Brady. And then obviously you got Kraft in there trying to navigate the waters. He said the last few years, so that would have been 3 years. They had success during that time together as well, which is also a wonderful part of this entire story.
Oh, yeah, big time. They won the Super Bowl in 2018 with the 13-3 victory, which was an exhilarating game against the Rams and McVay's first Super Bowl. But, I mean, when you think about just the team construction as well, like you talk about how sometimes, the offense and the defense are damn near 2 separate teams at points. And you can think with Mahomes and Andy Reid, like, hey, both offensive guys, obviously the credit goes to, the offense a lot of the time. Like with the New England dynasty, because it was so much Brady on one side with, whoever was the OC and then Bill and the defense on the other, you can see where just even credit getting, given to certain sides of the ball. Because early on, it was Bill, because Brady wasn't, the guy. 199,
yeah.
Those first 3 Super Bowls, the dynasty, you think about like Brewski and Richard Seymour and Vrabel, obviously, in those kind of teams wasn't so much about Brady. Brady was kind of almost in the Purdy situation. And then towards the end, it became much more Tom Brady. Bill can't do it without Tom. Brady's the reason they're winning all those games. So the natural tension does make sense. And the Jimmy G drafting, a lot of people point to. But the fact that they were still able to, win, and who knows when it started, because 16, they won the Super Bowl as well. 17, they went to the Super Bowl, lost against, the Eagles and the Nick Foles, Philly play. And then, the Rams Super Bowl, they still won. So, sure, there might have been tension.
Yeah, there's tension.
There's tension.
3 straight Super Bowls. We're going to win 2 of them in the entirety of it. Obviously, you're in that building with both of them as a second-round pick for the New England Patriots. What is your thoughts on it? Natural tension, I think, was Tom saying.
Normal.
Yes. There's going to be that's going to exist, let alone being together for 20 years.
I mean, it's normal. Anytime something like this comes from, the greatest player in the game, obviously it's going to be a big deal, especially on, March 25th. But I can't think of any great player that stayed into a place anywhere near 20 years that didn't have some type of natural tension. And you talk about Bill, he wore both hats as far as the GM and the head coach. So
and Tom always gave a team-friendly deal.
Literally any player that I could think, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, at some point in their career, there was some bumps. Aaron Rodgers, there's been some bumps in the road with other people.
Wayne got traded, right? Wayne was
everybody. If you stay, like you said, you mentioned it, it's a marriage, it's a long-term relationship. You're going to have some ups and downs. You're going to have some natural tension. So I don't think it's a big deal. And kind of just mentioned, like they were winning. So if this was the opposite way and they were losing, they were at the bottom of the barrel, it'd be a different ball game. But I don't think this is a big deal. But I can't wait for the next 199 left.
Yeah, 8 is coming around the corner.
Well, in a lot of those instances with those other guys, like the player always wins out because like very seldom is it like a guy plays with the same coach for 20 years. Like how many coaches did Kobe have? Even MJ went through like a couple different guys. Like Brady is really like the only one where it's like it was him and Belichick pretty much the entire time. And I don't think that will ever happen again.
Yeah, different relationship whenever you're 22 versus whenever you're 35.
Yeah.
36, 37. And I do appreciate, I think we all do, that he's come out and been like, because they both all been like, we love each other, which you will, by the way, once you kind of separate. The heart grows fonder, if you will. And then you look back, and it's like a lot of great things were accomplished. But in the moment, there was probably a lot of gripes from both of them about how things were going. And then, obviously, you get away, you say all the good stuff. But this is the first time where we've really heard him say, like, there was some shit. It's like, we all expected it. Mm-hmm. We all knew that was reality. And now we know from the 199 newsletter, he's a blogger now?
I guess so. Yeah. Added to the resume.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
You can do it all.
Just see him.
He might be doing it on a typewriter.
Yeah, definitely.
Jammed. Fuck.
Ah, shit, that was supposed to be
It's actually
an E,
probably
not
a
an
better
A.
chance he's Neuralinking it.
Ooh, straight from brain to paper? I mean, there is a chance. I had no idea this existed until this one. This is the 7th one. Writing takes a long time. I'm not even going to get into it.
What's that?
I told you guys a couple weeks ago I learned about the.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to text.
That's crazy.
Game changer.
Really smart phone. Other things, it's getting dumber, which needs to be talked about, with Timmy Apple. Like something's going on here where my smartphone's getting dumber. Don't think that should be how this whole thing goes. But for that whole thing, I mean, that makes life a lot easier.
You have